Jai Hind, my dear students. So, welcome back to today's session. We are doing the second chapter, linear equations in one variable, and today we are going to see more application problems from this chapter. Okay. So, children, here comes your first problem. The ages of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio 5:7. 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56 years. What are their present ages? Okay, so here two persons are there, Rahul and Harun. And Rahul and Harun's ages, their present ages are given in the ratio 5:7. Okay, so 5:7 is the ratio of their ages. And you know, in the previous class we discussed what do you mean by ratio. So ratio is actually the reduced form, the standard form of an original fraction. Okay, so 5:7, 5/7 is the ratio of Rahul's age to Harun's age. Rahul's age to Harun's age is this ratio 5:7, and we need to find their present ages, and this 5/7 is the simplest form of this ratio, correct? So we don't know this original age, what is the number, and to find the original number here we want to use this ratio 5/7. Their present ages we want to find using this 5/7. Now how to do then? You know that if the reduced form is 5/7, then surely this Rahul's age is a multiple of 5 and Harun's age is a multiple of 7, correct? So using that we want to take the present ages of Rahul and Harun. Okay, so that is our first step. So we start the solution. So how to write? Let the present ages of Rahul and Harun be 5x and 7x years. So why we took like this? Because Rahul's age to Harun's age is the ratio 5/7, so that we can assume Rahul's age to be 5 times x. That x we don't know. Okay, our aim is to find out that x, right? And Harun's age is 7 times of x, multiple of 7. So we have taken 7x. Okay, so we need to find out that x value so that we can find out what is Rahul's age and what is Harun's age. Okay, so this is the starting of your problem. Using the ratio, we assumed the present ages of Rahul and Harun to be 5x and 7x years. Okay children, now see the second step of your question. 4 years later. What do you mean by 4 years later? 4 years later means after 4 years. So after 4 years, you know, their ages will be adding up 4 years, correct? We want to add 4. The sum of their ages will be 56 years. So after 4 years, what happens? When we add up the sum of their ages, it becomes 56. So how to write? So we can write like this. 4 years later, their ages become 5x plus 4 and 7x plus 4, correct? So after 4 years, their ages are added up 4 years. Now therefore what we can do? When after 4 years their ages are added, it becomes 56. So we can add this to 5x plus 4. This is the age of Rahul after 4 years plus age of Harun after 4 years is 7x plus 4, and these two are added to become 56. Now it is easy for you. It is a linear equation and we know to solve linear equation by transposing method. So how to do, children? Everything is addition. It's very easy. So combine the like terms. 5x, 7x. What is 5x plus 7x? It becomes 12x. 5 plus 7 is 12 plus, now it is 4 plus 4, 8 is there, equal to 56. What is the next step? We are transposing this 8 to the other side. It becomes minus 8. So 56 minus 8. What is 56 minus 8? It is 48. Now we have 12x equal to 48, and you see 12 into x is there. We want the value of x. So 12 is transposed to the other side. It becomes division. So this implies x equal to 48 divided by 12. And how many times is 48 in the table of 12? 4 times. So 4 times 48. Thus we are getting x value 4. Okay. Now using this x value, we want to find the ages of Rahul and Harun. Rahul, what we have taken? 5x. And Harun, what we have taken? 7x. So you want to multiply this x value to here. So therefore Rahul's, so that is our question. Okay, what are their present ages? So we are writing Rahul's present age is equal to 5x, no? So it is 5 into this x value 4. So it becomes 20 years of Rahul. And Harun's age, Harun's present age equal to, we have taken 7x, no? So it becomes 7 into x value 4. What is 7 4s are? 28 years. Okay, children. So that is our final answer. And if you need to confirm your answer whether it is correct or wrong, there is a method. That also I told you in the previous video. If you have time during your examinations, you can just verify your answer by this. How we can verify? What is given in the question? After 4 years, their ages are added up to 56, no? So we got the present ages. What happens to Rahul's age after 4 years? This 20 plus 4 becomes 24, correct? And Harun's age after 4 years, what happens? 28 plus 4, that is 32. Now it is given their ages after 4 years is 56. So you add just 4 plus 2 6, 3 plus 2 5. So it came 56 years. So after 4 years their ages are added up to 56 years, means our answer is correct. So this way you can verify your answer if you are getting time during the examination. Okay, it is not needed to write in the answer part, you just do in the working column so that your answer is confirmed. Okay, so this way we are finding the ages of Rahul and Harun. Hope all of you understood. Okay, it's a very simple problem. You understood the concept of the question and create the equation properly, and simplification also do very proper. Okay, so now we are going to the next question. Yes, now your second question, children. Read the question. The organizers of an essay competition decide that a winner in the competition gets a prize of ₹100 and a participant who does not win gets a prize of ₹25. The total prize money distributed is ₹3,000. Find the number of winners if the total number of participants is 63. You understood the meaning of the question? Here there is an essay competition being held, and the organizers of that competition decided that if anybody is a winner, they will get a cash prize of ₹100, and a participant who does not win, that means if you didn't get the prize also, you are having some cash prize of ₹25. So winners are getting ₹100 and losers are getting rupees 25. So everybody is getting cash prizes. That is the meaning. Winners are getting 100 rupees and those who didn't get prize are getting rupees 25. Now for this money to be distributed, the total prize money distributed is rupees 3000. So that how many participants are there in the competition, everybody is getting cash prizes. And for all that money, they have a total amount of 3000 rupees. Okay, so we want to find the number of winners only. Winners we want to find out. The winners, how many are there? If the total number of participants is 63, so total 63 people are participating in this competition. Understand? So in this 63, there are winners and there are losers. Winners will get 100 rupees each and losers will get 25 rupees each. Okay, so out of this 63, we want to find out how many are the winners in our question. Okay, you got the idea? So let us start the problem. Yes, solution. So we can start. Since we need to find out the number of winners. Winners is our requirement. So winners we are taking our unknown variable x. Understood? So we are starting. Let the number of winners be x. Okay, so number of winners we are taking x. Now because the winners and losers are getting the cash money 125, we need the amount number of losers also. Okay, so that first you can write number of participants. How many are the total participants? Number of participants is equal to 63 are there. Okay, so when the number of participants is 63 and we have taken the number of winners as x, can you say who are the losers? How many is the number of losers? Total 63. The winners are x we have taken. So what is the number of losers? Okay, so total I have taken 63 participants and winners x. So can you say who are the non-winners? Can you say? Yes, subtract 63 minus x. Okay, so the thing we are applying here. Therefore, the number of non-winners, okay, or you can write losers also, no problem, 63 minus x. Understood? So this much is we are getting from the total. Now what is given here actually? A winner is getting 100 rupees each and a loser is getting 25 rupees each. So before going to the total money 3000, we want to calculate how many money given for winners and how many money given for non-winners. How to find out, children? If a person is getting 100 rupees for winning the competition, then how many is the money given for x winners? One person is getting 100 rupees for winning the competition. So we have taken the winners are x. So x persons for, what do you want to do? Multiply, correct? So x persons into 100, that is 100x. Similarly, for losers, we have taken what is the number of non-winners? 63 minus x. So each person is getting rupees 25. So can you say what is the total amount given for this much non-winners? Yes, we want to multiply this 25 by 63 minus x. Understand, children? So this is the idea we are applying here. Okay, so let us continue. The number of non-winners I have written 63 minus x. Therefore, so write the step properly. Total amount given for winners equal to, what you want to do? Winner money 100, you want to multiply by total number of winners, that is X. Similarly, total amount given for non-winners is 25 rupees each. 25 rupees into, what is the number of non-winners? 63 minus X. Because there are two terms, we want to apply a bracket. Okay, so now we got the amount given for winners and amount given for non-winners. Now you again come to the question. The total prize money distributed is 3000 rupees. What do you mean by that? The amount given for winners and the amount given for non-winners. This two money we are adding, we get this total 3000. Okay, so therefore 100 into X plus 25 into 63 minus X equal to the total 3000. Understood, children? So both winners and non-winners, the distributed money is 3000. So this is the required linear equation what we need. Now you just simplify. 100 into X is 100X. Now open the bracket. First 25 into 63 you want to find out. What is 25 into 63? All of you calculate, okay? The answer is 1575. You want to calculate and find out in your notebook in the working column. And then 25 into minus X. Minus is there. So minus 25X. So we opened the bracket equal to 3000. Now you combine the like terms. 100X is there. Minus 25X is there. Okay, 100X minus 25X. So you want to subtract. This is positive, negative. What is 100 minus 25? 75X. Plus 1575 equal to 300. Sorry, 3000. Now you want to transpose this 1575 this side. So 75X is equal to 3000 minus 1575. What is the answer there? You will get 3000 minus 1575. All of you find out, it is 1425 you will get. Okay, now you see left hand side 75X and the right hand side 1425. So 75 into X, it will become division when transposed. Therefore X equal to 1425 by 75. Okay, transposing, it becomes division. Now you divide this, reduce this by 5 table, you will get 19 by 1, that is 19 is your answer. So thus we are getting the value of X is 19. Understand? And what is this X? This X is our, let the number of winners we have taken X, and that is only we want to find out, find the number of winners. So what is your final answer? Therefore the number of winners equal to, the number of winners equal to 19. Okay, so 19 students participated and win the competition. The number of winners equal to 19. Okay, so all of you complete the answer properly. So that is our second question. Now this is your third question. Bansi has 3 times as many 2 rupee coins and as 2 rupee coins as he has 5 rupee coins. If he has in all a sum of rupees 77, how many coins of each denomination does he have? So Bansi is a person, and this person is having 2 types of coins, that is 2 rupee coins is there and 5 rupee coins is there. And what can you understand from the first sentence? 3 times as many 2 rupee coins as he have 5 rupee coins. So what is the meaning of this sentence? 2 rupee coins is 3 times of 5 rupee coins. Okay, so 5 rupee coins is there and 2 rupee coins is there. So this is more. Okay, so this 2 rupee coins is 3 times that of 5 rupee coins. So that is the meaning. So 2 rupee coins he is having 3 times as much as he is having 5 rupee coins. Okay, so that is the meaning of the first sentence. And if he has in all a sum of rupees 77, so when we add the values of this 2 coins, that is 2 rupees is how much number and 5 rupees how much number, when we add the values of these 2 coins, we are getting how many rupees? 77 rupees is the total money, total sum of money. So we want to find out how many coins of each denomination does he have. Children, what do you mean by denomination? Denomination means it is actually the division, that is how many 2 rupee coins, how many 5 rupee coins. So that way we are dividing the 2 types of coins. So that we want to clearly find out, that is called denomination. Okay, so denomination always means the value of money we are splitting and telling how many are there 5 rupee, how many are there 2 rupee. In that way we are telling is called denomination. So we are going to find out the denomination here, how many 2 rupee coins are available and how many 5 rupee coins are available. Okay, so we can start the problem. How to start? Solution. So what is our first step? So here you see 5 rupee coins is less number and 2 rupee coins is 3 times of 5 rupees. So that I am going to take this less number 5 rupee coins as our unknown variable x. So let the number of 5 rupee coins with this person Bansi, or you write 5 rupee coins equal to x. So 5 rupee coins I have taken x. So can you say what is the number of 2 rupee coins then? It is given 2 rupee coins is 3 times. So you want to multiply 3 into this x. So how to write? Number of 2 rupee coins is 3 times of 5 rupee coins, that is 3 into x, 3x. Understood all of you? So 5 rupee coins we are taking as x and 2 rupee coins will become 3 times of 5 rupee coins, that is 3x. Okay, now you see the total sum of money is 77 rupees. So how to find the value of money? Here we have written x and 3x are the number of coins. How many 5 rupee coins? That is the number. Okay, let the number of. So this x shows the number of 5 rupee coins and this 3x shows the number of 2 rupee coins. But to find the value 77 rupees, how we can find out the value, children? For this I will show you one example. Here you see in my hand there are 4 5 rupee coins. Okay, so here I have seen 4 5 rupee coins, 1 2 3 4. So the number of coins is 4. Can you say the value here? Can you say the value here? So value for how will you find out? 4 coins are there, 5 rupee coins. So 4 coins, how will you find the value? Value how will you find out? By multiplying this 4 coins by how many? What is the value of one coin? 5 rupees. So when you multiply this number 4 into the value 5, we will get how many rupees? 20 rupees. So this is the total value of this money. So what is the meaning? When you multiply the number of coins into the value of one coin, we will get the total amount. Okay, so this way we are going to find the value here also. Here you see x is the number of 5 rupee coins. So to get the value of 5 rupee coins, what you want to do? You want to multiply this 5 into this number x. Okay, so that is the meaning. So that I showed you this. Okay, if I am giving you another one example, you see here I have 7 2-rupee coins. Okay, here I have 7 2-rupee coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here 7 2-rupee coins in my hand. If I am saying the value of this 2-rupee coins, what will you do? You want to multiply this 2 rupee. Okay, this 7 into the value of one coin is 2. So that is 14 rupees is available. So total this value of this 2 rupees is 40 rupees. So every time when you want to find the value of the given number of coins, you want to multiply the number into the value of one coin, so that you will get the total amount. Understood all of you? So 7 coins are there and these 7 coins are multiplied by 2 to get 14 rupees. Understood all of you? So that is just an example to make you understand. Okay, now we will continue the problem. Yes, so what I said, the value of 5 rupee coins. Here we have number of 5 rupee coins is x. So value 5 into x, that becomes 5x. Similarly, value of 2 rupee coins. 2 rupee coins. How many 2 rupee coins are there? We have written 3x. So 2 into 3x. That gives the value. What is 2 into 3x? 2 into 3 is 6. It becomes 6x. Okay. So first this x and 3x are the number of 5 rupee coins and 2 rupee coins. And this given 5x and 6x are the value of the number of coins. Okay. Clear up to this? Now we will continue. What is the next thing given in the problem? The sum of the rupees is 77. So when we add these two values, the total sum is 77. So how to continue? Therefore, sum of money equal to, we want to add this two, 5x plus 6x. That will give the sum 77. This is your equation, children. Now we need to simplify. What is 5x plus 6x? Yes, it is 5 plus 6, 11x. 11x equal to 77. And now you see 11 into x. So x can be 11 can be transposed and it becomes division. 77 by 11. What is 77 by 11? 11 times is 77. So 111 is 11. 7 11s are 77. So thus we got x value is 7. Okay. So x value we got. Can we find out the number of coins? How many is each denomination? Each denomination means we want to say how many 5 rupee coins, how many 2 rupee coins. So just put the value of x and find out. So therefore, how to write? The number of 5 rupee coins equal to how many? That is x, no? So how many coins? 7 coins. So 7 5 rupee coins are there, and the number of 2 rupee coins, what we have taken 2 rupee coins? 3x. So put the value of x, 3 into 7. How much? 21. 3 sevens are 21. Okay, so that is our answer. This is the denomination. Okay, denomination means how much is 5 rupee, how much is 2 rupee. So this way of dividing the rupee separately and telling is called denomination. So the number of 5 rupee coins we got 7 coins is there, and number of 2 rupee coins we got 21 coins. If there is time, we can verify this also. Verification, if you have time, we can do the verification. See, just check the value. There are 7 5 rupee coins. Okay, so can you say the value of this 7 5 rupee coins means 7 into 5. What is the value? 7 5s are 35. And there are 21 2 rupee coins. So just multiply 21 into 2. What is the value 21 into 2? 42. Okay, so by the given question, what is the total sum? 77. So just add this 5 plus 2 7, 3 plus 4 7. So 77 rupees we got. So our answer is correct. So that is the answer of third question. All of you do it properly. Okay. Okay children, now come to another type of question is there from your exercise. Fourth question. Baichung's father is 26 years younger than Baichung's grandfather and 29 years older than Baichung. Okay. So here is a boy Baichung's, and Baichung's age is not given here. Instead it is given his father is 26 years younger than his grandfather. Okay. So father's age and grandfather's age relation is given. Father is 26 years younger than grandfather and 29 years older than Baichung. Who is 29 years older than Baichung? Baichung's father. Okay. So father is younger than grandfather by 26 years and older than Baichung by 29 years. Okay. So that you want to understand very carefully. Here we have three characters, that is Baichung is there, Baichung's father is there, and Baichung's grandfather is there. So three characters are here. Okay. So Baichung father, grandfather. So here given relation is between Baichung's father and grandfather, so that it is convenient to take Baichung's father's age as X years. Okay, because father's age is related to grandfather and Baichung, it is convenient to take Baichung's father age to be X years. So from this we can find out other two. How? See, father's age is 26 years younger than grandfather's age. So if we take father's age to be X, what will be the age of grandfather? Grandfather's age from father is 26 years younger. So grandfather's age will be X plus 26. Any doubt children? No, because father is 26 years younger than grandfather means it is obvious that grandfather is 26 years more than father. Okay, so we got grandfather's age X plus 26. Similarly, you see Baichung's father is 29 years older than Baichung. Older means more. So what will be the age of Baichung? Yes, he will be 29 years less than his father. So we have taken father's age is X, so that Baichung is 29 years less than his father. Okay, so this three you want to understand very well. We are taking father's age as X years. Why we have taken father's age X years means here the relation is given between father and grandfather and father and the son. So it is convenient to take father's age as X. So Baichung's age is 29 years less than his father and grandfather's age is 26 years more than his father. Okay, understood all of you? Now we will start the problem. Write the solution. Yes. So I am starting like this. Let his father's, or you can write Baichung's father's age be, we are taking this, okay, X years. So X years be the father's age. Now therefore Baichung's age equal to how much? X minus 29 years, and grandfather's age is how much? 26 more, that is X plus 26 years. So these are the three different values given from the question. Now you see the second sentence. The sum of the ages of all the three. When you add this three people's age, what is the sum? It is 135. So therefore sum of ages equal to 135 implies we can add these three values, that is x plus x minus 29 plus x plus 26 equal to 135. We added the ages of 3 persons. So this is the required equation. Now we can simplify, children. All of you know simplification very well. So collect the like terms. Here x, x, x. How many x are there? 3x. So this implies 3x plus, you see, minus 29 and plus 26. Okay, so minus 29 plus 26, different sign, subtract and put the greater number sign. So you are getting minus 3, correct, equal to 135. Next step, you take this minus 3 and it becomes plus. So 3x equal to 135 plus 3. What is 135 plus 3? 138. Now 3x, we got 3x equal to 138. So 3 into x, multiplication transposed become division. So x is equal to 138 divided by 3. Okay. Now reduce this one. 1 3 is 3, 4 3s are 12 and balance 1 18, 6 3s are 18. So we got x value 46. And who is this x value, children? This x is our Baichung's father's age. So thus we got father's age is 46 years. Understood? Using this we will find the ages of the two people remaining. That is our question. What is the age of each one of them? We want to find the ages of all the people. So therefore first we got whose age? Father's age. Baichung's father's age equal to 46 years. That is our first answer. Now using this we are going to calculate other two. Therefore Baichung's age. Baichung's age, what we have taken? X minus 29. So x we got 46. So 46 minus 29. How much is 46 minus 29? All of you calculate. You will get 17 years. Okay. And grandfather's age. Grandfather's age how much? X plus 26. So x is 46 years. So 46 plus 26 you will get 72. All of you do all these calculations in your notebook. So 72 years is the age of grandfather. Understood? Okay, so we got all the three ages. If you want to check your answer, what will you do? Just check all the three ages are coming 135 or not. Age of father 46, age of Baichung 17 and age of grandfather 72. You just add what is your answer? 7 plus 6 13 plus 2 15. Balance 1 5 6 13. Yes, 135 came. So the total of all the three people ages is 135. So that is this problem, Baichung's problem, very important problem. So I think all of you understood. So you are taking the father's age and finding Baichung's and grandfather's age. Okay children, so study this properly. So children, complete all these problems, 4 problems first, and we can do in the remaining problems in the second video. Okay, so all of you complete this first. Thank you.